I'm really delighted to be here and very impressed by all of the exciting work that's going on that we just heard about. I kind of wish I lived in Washington at the moment. But after 23 years living in New York and as an artist, trained as an artist, my interest was putting the art in front of the science and seeing what artists who are inspired by science and technology or use science and technology to make their work, what they're doing. And this talk specifically is about how the art science practitioners use innovation to bring their mind's eye vision to life. The first artist I'm going to talk about is Eric Stoller, and I hope to go pretty fast because it's a lot of people I want to share with you, a lot of work. So Eric's work is something called the conference bike, and it started out with, this isn't the right, maybe it is. Yes, okay, good. Technology works.
Urban UFOs first surfaced in the country.
Uh-oh.
Corn country. Pennsylvania, that is.
This is called Octos, 1991, an 8-person powered circular bicycle. One person steers and has control of the braking, and the others do the pedaling and along with that person also. Eric did a whole series of works called Urban UFOs in New York City, and anything from bubbleheads to people riding bicycles that had odd, weird costumes on. So Octos then became something called the conference bike. And the conference bike, there's Octos again, but the conference bike has become a worldwide phenomena. And blind people can experience what it's like having breeze go through their hair and ride a bicycle for the first time or again. But people like Microsoft's community campus has a bicycle, and you can see the Quebec dairy farmers in Canada, Colorado School, many university campuses have a bicycle to take new people around the campus. And there are many videos on YouTube if you would like to see. This is the most artistic of all of the videos taken. So if you would like to see others of the conference bike, just go ahead and click on YouTube, Eric Stoller. The next artist brings his innovation. Well, that's not quite right. Let me see if I can get it back. Okay. Jason DeCaries Taylor was born and raised in Indonesia with a British father and a mother, and he put himself in the ocean for his early years and learned scuba diving very early. And then he went to art school and learned how to make sculpture. For some reason, he decided he would cast human life-size forms and then started putting them under fresh water. But his love was ocean water, and so when he put them, he created his own formula of cast concrete and structural forms that somehow, unbeknownst to him at the time, started in the ocean water, accreting the minerals out of the water, and these little corals and polyps started growing profusely. So what has happened is he's created the first underwater sculptural park in Cancun and Isla Mujeres in Mexico. There's just a little bit of a film here. So the art and his native love helped him create somehow this unique concrete structure. And this is silent evolution. His last 400 pieces that were just put in the water at the end of 2010 in Cancun. They serve to relieve the human stress that's put on the natural reef that was destroyed in a hurricane many, many years ago. And now, it's actually, Cancun is the largest, it's the most highly used human reef system, and it's dead. And so his sculptures help the natural reef to regrow and, revitalize a whole ecosystem. Agnes Dennis, her work, she decided that, she started out by doing time capsules, very small, little, wonderful sculptures that she would bury in, Niagara Falls and places that were significant to her. And then in 1982, she envisioned a piece that was built, that was planted, she planted a wheat field in the landfill of World Trade Center. And her statement was to tell her neighboring Wall Streeters that a field of grain should not fluctuate, that it is a human right for many, many huge populations in the world to have grain, not fluctuating at the whim of just a few people on Wall Street. She does love to make political statements, and thank goodness, many artists do. This piece is called Tree Mountain, and she invited, Wheatfield was the name of the other one, Wheatfield dash a confrontation. And then she presented this piece that's called Tree Mountain, a living time capsule, 11,000 people, 11,000 trees, 400 years. It was announced at the Rio de Janeiro Earth Environment Conference as Finland's contribution to help alleviate the world's ecological stress. So when people around the world got wind that they could, I think for $1, plant a tree, they flew in and the trees were planted. And now, and I think this design is one of her original sketches that has a double helix in it. This land will be protected for the next 400 years, and each person that has a certificate can pass it down from generation to generation, and it will be protected land. This is the work of a couple who two artists that work together, Ken Rinaldo and Amy Youngs. They do interdisciplinary media art installations that integrate organic and electromechanical elements to create a coevolution between living and evolving technological material. Farm Fountain is what you're looking at. And it converts the toxic ammonia taking from fish waste into less harmful nitrogen compounds that are then absorbed as a fertilizer for the plants. And here you can see they're planting little tomatoes. This is like a home system for aquaponic indoor food. And it's really a little mini ecosystem all of its own. And this piece by Ken Rinaldo is his own piece, and it has implications in terms of the engineering. He works in the fine art department at Ohio State. He's a professor, but he also very much collaborates and works with engineers.
The Telematics Spider Bots is a new artificial life robotic installation. It consists of 10 spider-like sculptures that interact with the public in real time and self-modify their behaviors based on their interaction with the viewer, themselves, their environment, and their food source.